power, then they become imperfect because they have to hold up to real standards. And as soon as they have to hold up to real standards, then it's like, oh, well, actually, you know, they might be 99% good, but like the 1% of not good, that's like Hitler, you know? So it's not real. Is she a socialist? I'd say she's a socialist in the way Bernie Sanders is, in that there might be some degree of power level hiding, you know? And there might be some degree of like, we can do what we can do, but she's not going to like, you know, instantly nationalize every private company. All right, Alpucha, I'm going to be real with you. Okay, this is like a rhetoric lesson for you specifically, okay? If you want to convince me of something, you need to not sound unhinged, because sounding unhinged is like my shortcut to not paying attention to you. So here's what this individual just typed out in chat. Vosh, no, she and her party have totalitarian leanings. Really? You really think totalitarian? Really? Their climate change policies have been horrible. They were responsible for tens of thousands of deaths during the pandemic. The actual president laughed at the families of people massacred every morning. Morena is not left-leaning. You sound insane. Like, everything that you said could be true. It's not, by the way. They're not totalitarian. That word means something. They didn't massacre people by responding to COVID improperly. That's not what a massacre means. I'm going to give you, I don't know, let's say 7 days, and you're going to reflect on rhetoric, which is something that we focus on a lot in this channel, and you're going to think, okay, if I want to make a point, is there maybe a better way I could make it? You know, given the fact that your name is Alpuche, I'm going to guess that you are actually Mexican, or at the very least more directly affected by this election than me. So, you know, it might be a sour 7 days, but I encourage you to take the time to reflect anyway. All right? Yeah, this is not a safe space for 14-year-old Marxist-Leninists. Maybe not, but people have still been killed. People have been killed in Mexico. That's crazy. Morena has been unfortunately suppressing the Zapatistas. Okay. I mean, what do you expect? The Zapatistas are literally like a militant, like borderline secessionist alternate what do you think's going to happen? Yeah, that's what happens when you like militantly juxtapose yourself against society at large. You realize if the Zapatistas were in the United States, the feds already would have like carpet bombed. Like, honestly, the fact that they're even allowed to exist is crazy to me. Yeah, but they make good coffee. Well, you know, many such cases. Well, anyway, this LPJ person is unhinged. Check their logs. Are we bullying right now? Are we bullying a little bit? I support bullying. Well, that's a lot of Spanish in their logs, so, you know. 37 official political murders we know of during this election cycle. I'm vaguely aware this hasn't even been the bloodiest in our history. Is that her fault? Aren't in Mexico, aren't they doing like Game of Thrones down there? Like, almost not a joke, like with the cartels and everything. I mean, people are, you know, dying over there. Like, wouldn't the person who becomes president be the most killingest? I don't know. If it turns out she killed her opponents, I guess my main question would be like, okay, like, for what reason? You know, what are you on about? What are you building it towards? Morena isn't good. Okay, can somebody explain to me why they're not good? You know what? Okay, hold on. I'm actually feeling like a little bit of a policy change might be in order here. I'm going to unban Alpuche, you know, kind of like as the wild card, kind of as the Joker card, and also because I want someone to like sell me on the idea of her being bad. Again, I know she's not like literally Jesus Christ Almighty of Nazareth, you know, carpenter and you know, I understand that. But yeah, that's her husband, exactly. I just want to know what's up. Excuse me. While you read into this, keep in mind the conservatives have a really strong foothold in the Mexican media, but calling oneself conservative is political suicide. No, yeah. Communism has its roots far and wide. A 38-minute, is this live? I feel like this is more wholesome than the traditional strategy of American presidents, which is to play an unlicensed play a song that was popular in the 80s when they were growing up, made by a band that hates them today, you know? The like Trump strat, like let's play Born in the USA by Bruce Springsteen as a Republican presidential nominee and not think about it. San Fran Beyond the Star, you know what you just did right there? You said Morena has an iffy history, and then you didn't say anything she did. You're doing it again. Like, this is what I mean. It's like, yeah, I don't know if you should trust her, Chief, and then you just say other things. What are you talking about? Oh, Morena is the... Oh, right, Morena is the party, sorry. It sounds like a lady's name. My mind got confused. Not Claudia Morena. But what about her? Why can't we have campaign music like this? I mean, we could, you know. Half of America is basically Mexico anyway. How about we go to Wikipedia to actually look at Moreno's policy? Oh, what if we go to Wikipedia? Oh, man, I mean, I'm trying to have a conversation with my chat, you know? I guess I've been waiting for like 10 minutes for any kind of substantive claim, like anything on her. But sure, we could do that as well. We could do that, I guess. We could have less fun, and we could all watch me look through Wikipedia. El Puche is back. Sorry, Vosh, I'm back. Wasn't clear enough about the murders. I wasn't saying she'd call for the murder of political rivals. I sent murders of political candidates got worse during the last 6 years. Okay, El Puche, but I want you to substantiate your, like, fervent hatred of this individual, you know? Like, if you're telling me, yeah, a lot of people died, like, okay, great, you know? That's Mexico. But my understanding is that it's kind of, in some instances, a little bit of a dangerous shithole down there with regards to, like, politics, policing, the cartels, and everything, you know? I think you're fine if you're chilling in, like, Mexico City or whatever, but there are a lot of parts of Mexico that are pretty dangerous, so I just want to know, here, since one of you cared about the input of your audience, oh, Salty, did you, like, once try to chime in on a subject with an uninformed opinion and then get, like, really upset when I rejected it? Like, come on. You know, don't linger on that moment. I certainly haven't. Yeah, VCC TV, Mexico City is colossal. In 2018, she was listed as one of BBC's 100 women. Quick, name 100 women, BBC. Maternal Ashkenazi grandparents, emigrated from Lithuania to Mexico City. Sephardic grandparents, okay. Climate scientist. Academic career, we're not really here for that at the moment. Early political career. Oversaw the construction of electronic vehicle registration center for Mexico City. Metrobus. Okay, we're a bus enjoyer. Makes sense. I mean, she's all about climate science. Okay. Mayor of Talpan. Chapel demolition. During Scheinbaum's tenure as mayor of Talpan, city staff were ordered to demolish a wall that had been built illegally adjacent to a chapel in Talpan's Cultura Maya neighborhood. The workers instructed to demolish the wall also destroyed part of the chapel structure, including its sheet metal roof, and removed religious images. Oof! Sheet metal roof? Come on, you're Catholics. You can do better than that. Private school in the town collapsed during the 2017 Puebla earthquake, killing 19 children, 7 adults. Jesus. Falsified documents, zoning. Okay. 2018 campaign, head of government, Mexico City. So where am I finding the Hitlerite stuff? Head of government of Mexico City. Most of your chat is probably American. We need frequent reminders of how better America is. Yeah, you've got to be in a low place if you're crawling over to my stream chat and thinking I'm going to make positive comparisons between Mexico and America, where America is like the favored one. Are you insane? Like the best cuisine and best cultural contributions in America are from what Mexico leaks over, you know? Like, Mexico is a tiny fraction of the wealth that we do and still somehow maintains a better culture and probably a better mega city. You know, there are, like, tech guys emigrating over to Mexico City right now, paying for DoorDash and never leaving their house, increasing rent and gentrifying, you know? A lot of it is the problem with the broader Morena party and the prior president, AMLO. Okay, so what are we supposed to do about that? If this is functionally like a one-party government, kind of like Japan or whatever, like, how is that on her? What is she supposed to do? Like, Bernie Sanders went from independent to Democrat, so he had a shot at winning the presidency. Are we going to go after her? Like, oh, Bernie, you're part of the duopoly. You know, are we going to go after her? Like, yeah, if you want to win the presidency of Mexico, you kind of have to do it through, like, the main party. Yeah, how does this mean she's bad? Just people are freaking the fuck out. Objectively Morena's fault. Bro, we are not talking about Morena. We are talking about her. What is with you guys? Imagine if Bernie Sanders won the presidency and a bunch of people in chat are like, no, he's really bad. And I'm like, wait, why? What did he do? I'm looking through his Wikipedia page. It's all good stuff. And you're like, no. Well, the Democrats have done a lot of bad stuff. Literally, what the f are you talking about? Like, shut the f up. Genuinely. What are you talking about? Jesus. Morena was created in 2018. It's literally a new populist left-wing party that sprung up after people got tired of these center-left, center-right parties doing jack shit. Okay, that sounds cool to me. She is Morena. She is a hand-picked puppet for AMLO, who is Morena. Really, can you substantiate that in any way? A hand-picked puppet? Could she not just be like an ambitious woman who wants to win the presidency and does so through a party that most closely aligns with her ideological framework? But why are you guys acting like this? Why is it every time I learn something new in chat, it has to be like dredged up through the filter of you guys being insane about the topic and applying like 16 different fallacies that you wouldn't otherwise? Oh, come on, Vosh, don't id pull me. When the f did I id pull you? How do you know she's a hand-picked puppet? Could you substantiate that? I picked her. Okay. Head of government of Mexico City, crime and policing, address security concerns, I only just watched the Humanist Report about it. I thought she was a Hughes W. That's my impression. Apparently, we have some. I don't know what. Apparently, like what are you guys? The conservative wing of the Mexican electorate? What is happening here? Permanently online 14-year-olds living in Mexico City who live in terror of the